Let's move on to Sunday, and we will start across the pond. Wembley Stadium, Texans, Jags. Take a look here. The Texans open up at -2.5, now -1.5 across the board. Heritage is hanging a 2. The total opened at 47. It's moved 5 cents, actually more than 5 cents. It's moved 7 cents to the under at Pinnacle, and 46.5s are on the board. Pinnacle, the only place showing a 47. Jacksonville is used to this trip. Seems like they play there every single year. And we have the Texans dealing with the loss of J.J. Watt. Will they rally around the injury like some teams do? They need a statement win. Deshaun Watson is incredible. Does Jacksonville have an answer without Jalen Ramsey? Ricardo Gutierrez in the house with us. We got Geg Hard A. Rob Bebenek says Kyler Murray looks like a toddler in football gear. Tom Marino says I think there's better value with total than sides this week. Donnie Rightside, Texans, Jaguars.
We got a 9:30 game, so it's nice. You get that early morning action when you wake up in the morning on Sunday. I got to tell you, and the same thing I said last week on the show here, Jimmy, when you take a look at this one's at Wembley, it's on grass. The big difference between Tottenham and Wembley is obviously, a slightly newer stadium in Tottenham, but you have the turf, you have a fast surface, which really would help Deshaun Watson in this football game. Now, going back, you saw last week, 24-10 final with Cincinnati Bengals and the Rams, that slippery surface on grass that looks like it continues to happen. I'm going to try to get a quick update here while we're live on maybe some weather that we're anticipating. Looks like it's going to be, low 50s and some swirling winds too, Jimmy. Looks like around 18, 19 miles an hour. And then also I'm seeing a headline that says possibly drizzle and dangerously windy in this environment as we see an opening of, 47 at SBRodds.com, 46.5 at some outlets. I have to tell you, look, Houston is dinged up a little bit, right? So you lose Will Fuller, you lose J.J. Watt. That's really your pass rush going down the toilet to try to get after Gardner Minshew, which is the way you want to attack a young quarterback and keep him in the pocket. Minshew has shown himself to make some plays. Leonard Fournette should get some running room. But I think Houston is a better overall football team still to this day, even with losing J.J. Watt, even with losing Will Fuller. I like what Deshaun Watson has. But I got to tell you, I'm going to keep an eye on this, since we have some time and we can always reconvene on Friday to see where this weather condition's actually ending up. Because if that sits at a 47 right now, and maybe you see it a little bit later in the week, I actually like the under again. Slippery surface out there in London. I'll take the under in this type of environment here.
Donnie looking to get under the number. Dennis Garcia says if Jags had converted that 2-point conversion at Houston, they'd have the better record in this matchup. Bebenek says Jags have way more experience in England. Huge matchup. Alex Ramirez leaning towards the Jaguars. Big guy Bubba saying J.J. Watt out a factor. It is a factor indeed. Tom Marino says, I'd lean over. Neither team's defense is consistent. Houston's pass rush was bad with Watt. Robert Weimer says, like the Texans in the over. Jagoffs are good in London, though. Ziggy Ball's leading to the Jags. Used to London revenge game hangover of losing J.J. Watt. Okay, I don't know if I read that right. That was a bit of a riddle there.